are live on Tuesday, June 3rd from World Pork Expo with a global leader in animal nutrition solutions. I'm here with Dr. Reddy with Natural Remedies. Hello, how are you doing, sir?
Hello, I am doing fine.
Can you give us a brief introduction of yourself and your company?
I am Dr. Narender Reddy. I work for a company, Natural Remedies, in Bangalore, in India, and we are one of the largest and the pioneers in the area of botanicals, bringing additives for animal health. And also we do key ingredients for human nutraceuticals. So we are in the industry for last 5+ decades, and the core principle at Natural Remedies is science and research and innovation. So with this, we have been expanding our global outreach for last 5 decades.
Wonderful. Can you briefly introduce, you touched on science and innovation, but the four pillars of natural remedies that drives your innovation and your science?
So the most important for driving and delivering a right quality product, we need a vision. So our vision has got 4 pillars: nature, science, health, and happiness. We harness nature, apply science to achieve health and happiness to the animals as well as human beings. So the question comes, happiness to the animals. How do you achieve? So bringing animal welfare apart from productivity is one of the key enablers. Example, cortisol reduction, therefore stress reduction in pigs and the commercial layers who are reared for a long time. So that's how these 4 pillars becomes very important for us to deliver what we are promising to our livestock producers.
Amazing. And can you achieve both production and animal welfare? Does it have to be one or the other, or can it be both in your mind?
It is both in we can achieve it because productivity can be achieved by addressing the stress and the animal welfare. That's how it is hand in hand. It will enable the productivity as well as stress free living for the animal.
Wonderful. Can you give us a few examples how Natural Remedies is committed to being an industry leader in the animal nutrition and welfare space?
Especially livestock producers across the world are looking for effective alternatives to produce their livestock kind of antibiotic free, no antibiotic ever. So in that scheme of things, people are looking for very effective alternatives. So in effective alternatives, one of the thing is phytogenics. And phytogenics, Natural Remedies is pioneers with so-called not just essential oil or single compound product. We have a standardized botanical powders, which is a proprietary technology. How this we have achieved is by combining traditional knowledge with modern science, by applying science as a cutting edge technology to deliver effective solutions for so-called legacy conventional feed additives.
Well, this is great that we're going to develop different solutions, but from what I understand is that you have an innovation center that's really developing these natural products. Can you kind of walk us through what that role is and explain your innovation center and what it's dedicated towards?
Especially in the area of Indian botanicals, the pharmacopoeia is not well developed, the pharmacokinetics and pharmacodynamics. So therefore, one need to develop and evolve. So as a reason, science becomes very important, research becomes very important. So our R&D has very important role to play for making natural remedies. One, to provide effective feed additives, also provide the science to the global regulatory authorities how these products are made. For example, we provided botanical knowledge on Indian botanics monographs to United States Pharmacopoeia, British Pharmacopoeia, Indian Ayurvedic Pharmacopoeia. So this knowledge and science awareness in botanicals makes us edge of all the people in the same segment. So that's how we wish to contribute to the society by bringing awareness about the safe and effective alternatives which can be used for human as well as animals for producing the livestock very safely.
Where do you think the future's going with these natural phytogenic products for the animal nutrition and health industry?
Very important point is the consumer awareness for the safe food is increasing, and the regulators are enforcing not to use chemical products, especially antibiotic growth promoters. So in this context, the livestock producers are looking for very effective scientific evidence based products. So here comes Natural Remedies strength to demonstrate that. So one, the market has opportunity, another, we have a strength. So combining this synergy, these energies are combined to provide a synergy and scientific solutions which are evidence based. Different feeds, different breeds, different agroclimatic conditions, our products are consistently delivering results. Therefore, uh, becoming leaders is not important. Providing complete holistic solution to the customer, making them happy so that they will stay with us. So we will not be a supplier, we will be a partner in their progress.
Well, wonderful. Well, today we are brought together by a company, Barentz. They have been involved in different aspects of the animal nutrition space in the US market. Can you kind of explain your partnership and what's unique and strategically important about combining forces with them to bring ththese solutions to market for farm producers?
Jesse, used a right word called partnership. Usually people use the word called distribution. Distribution and partnership is very different. Distribution is just you distribute the products, but partnership is for long term. So in that context, we are very lucky to have a company like Barentz associated with us. One, they have very good people, very scientifically, very competent people to deliver our knowledge and their knowledge as a blend to the customer as a solution, not just as a feed additive supplier. Second important point, the Barentz values and the Natural Remedies values, there is a very good synergy. So therefore, in other countries, the success we have achieved in a period of 2 3 years, 5 years, we could achieve here in less than a year. And we are very, very optimistic to take this relationship spreaded across with greater penetration. And I want to thank you for, Derry, John, for helping us to take Natural Remedy product into US market.
Oh, yeah. If they're watching it after World Pork, how do they reach out to learn more about you and Natural Remedies or connect?
So Natural Remedies is available in omni-channel, all the channels like LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. So also, our self profiles are there on LinkedIn. So therefore, the Natural Remedies brings you to reach out to us, and we are happy to support you and make you understand what we do, how do we do, because the science is new to the world. We are happy to contribute and help you to understand who are the effective evidence-based solution providers in the world for antibiotic-free world. So we are the one. Thank you very much for watching and reaching out to us.
So we're still back here. We talked a little bit about Choline Plus because you launched it at IPPE.
Yep.
But can you kind of explain this partnership with Natural Remedies and how this partnership came together in bringing Choline Plus to the U.S. market?
Yeah, so it actually started before I got hired with Barentz, but know that our company and our director of technical services, Derry Brown, was kind of looking for products that were unique to the market and had a good opportunity to be successful. So I think, she was approached by Natural Remedies or approached them, and we kind of got to talking. They presented us some of their research, and then we did some validation trials in the U.S. to see how it would, how Choline Plus would fit with our diets and our kind of way of doing things in the United States. And, those preliminary trials were good. So we kind of created a partnership and created a business plan. And, it's kind of been, 100 miles an hour since then.
Well, definitely. And it's got some traction,
Yes.
I understand.
Yes. It's been really good here in the U.S. We've been doing a lot of validation trials and also continuing to answer questions from customers and, continue to kind of get more of a data set that we can present to people here in the United States.
Well, how are people using it and kind of what's your feedback then, I guess, since it's been introduced almost 5-6 months now?
Yeah, so it's natural alternative to choline chloride. So it's still that choline replacement at 1/5 the rate in swine, but also hearing and also seeing through research that the phytoactives in this product are giving us maybe a potential added benefit other than just replacing choline due to the antioxidative and immunostimulatory properties of the product.
Additive. Go into more detail.
Yeah, so we have seen when we're designing these trials, we're just looking for equal performance in terms of replacing choline chloride at a lower dose and therefore lower cost per treated ton. But what we weren't expecting and what we've seen with both of the poultry trials that we've done and the nursery trial that we've done, we've gotten a performance benefit. So improved body weight gain, improved feed efficiency, and just kind of an added benefit we weren't expecting, which has been kind of cool.
What do you suspect the mode of action there on that then?
I don't know exactly, I can't pinpoint it down, but I think due to all the phytoactives in the product, they're all kind of working together to create this immunostimulatory, antioxidative, anti-inflammatory property in the gut that's maybe giving us that performance benefit.
So a case that we need more antioxidant protection than what we thought, I would say, right?
Yes.
Yep. So what makes it stand out for the U.S. swine market? Because we talked a little bit about this, how I was really excited about it, and I heard about the product a while ago, and then Jordyn introducing it to me again. I was like, I know this product.
Yeah.
I was like really excited. I was like, how do we get this to the market? Because to me, as a feed formulator and working for a feed company, putting choline into my diets and a premix is not what I want to do. And then, did I tell you my story of an oops with choline?
Yeah, I think you did.
I think you did. Yeah, I accidentally messed up a diet. Well, luckily, we got it fixed, but it can be challenging if you don't formulate it right.
Yeah.
It can break down vitamins and stuff. So what is it, the benefits you think it's going to see for the swine market beyond my crazy stories with premixes?
It's a really, really easy to use product compared to choline chloride. So it's not hydroscopic. It's not gonna, gunk up like the dry form of choline chloride can do, especially in hot, humid environments. It's safe to put in a premix, so it's not gonna degrade your vitamins and minerals. And then again, from kind of a differentiating it from a phytoactive standpoint, it's actually replacing something in the diet, which I don't think a lot of other phytoactives are doing.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a very unique mode of action and a different story. Is actually a practical solution. When I hear a lot about phytogenics out there, we could talk poultry, necrotic enteritis, we could talk about swine, E. coli, or post-weaning stress and diarrhea around that. But this is actually a practical tool that helps take care of some mill issues, but also some price issues as well.
Yeah,
because it's pretty
very
right?
very economical on a cost per treated ton basis. We are lower, so you don't really think of phytogenics being cost saving, but in this case, we do have a cost saving.
But when I even think about nursery diets or sow diets, because I'm using 1/5 of the inclusion rate, that means I have room for other stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So very unique product and continues to be fun to work with.
From your perspective, how has been working with Natural Remedies enhanced Barentz's value proposition to the industry?
Natural Remedies has been a great partner to work with. I cannot say enough good things about them. They're always willing to answer any questions that I get out in the field or I get through the research projects that I'm doing. They are so knowledgeable about their product, and I think that makes the partnership between us and them that much stronger, is because they know the ins and outs of the whole process, and they are always willing to help in whatever we need.
I know. I was just behind the scenes here seeing we may have a transport issue going on and getting it fixed for a client.
Oh, okay.
So I see the partnership.
Yeah.
It's really easy.
Yeah.
I need this.
Yeah.
They do it.
Exactly. And, it's very valuable to us to have a partner who is so willing to help and so willing to be collaborative, because that's, not only important to me as the technical person, having them, us go back and forth and having them answer all the questions that I come up with, but also from a business to business partnership, collaboration is really important. So we're super happy that we have them.
That's awesome. Well, I talked to Dr. Reddy. Reddy, sorry. And he talked about this big innovation center.
Oh,
What excites you about the future of the partnership? Because I bet Choline Plus is just one little piece of their toolbox.
exactly. I am excited to see if there's any potential to bring any, other products over, or, just continue to learn from them about all their wealth of knowledge from a phytogenic standpoint, and yeah, continue to grow.
Well, thank you. And I guess you'll be here at World Pork?
I'll be here at World Pork booth V340.
340, V340. So she gets to be inside, it sounds like.
Yes.
Which is good because it's raining. It's either hot or rainy here. But if they're not here at World Pork, they're watching this after the fact. How do they find you? How do they get a hold of you?
Yeah, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'm always on there scrolling and seeing what new information I can find in the feed additive world. So reach out to me on LinkedIn, and from there you can get my email and phone number, and yeah, let's have a conversation.
Yeah. Scrolling, maybe not what we want to say. It's really looking for the advantage, the next step, the next business.
Yes,
It's not just
not just
scrolling.
not just scrolling.
Well, thank you, and I look forward to seeing you more at World Pork Expo.
Alrighty, thanks, Casey.
Well, it's officially World Pork Expo 2025, and I am here with Ajay Kumar at the Barentz booth to discuss a little bit more about Natural Remedies. Can you give our audience a little bit of background of your role and Natural Remedies?
Oh, sure. Hi, this is Ajay over here, and I have been working for more than 9 years with the Natural Remedy, and I'm quite excited because the company Natural Remedy, who has been promoting the traditional science, which is like more than 5,000 years old Ayurvedic science, and I'm quite excited to be a part of the Natural Remedy. Thanks, Cassie.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me over here.
I know, exactly. So it is World Pork, and we wanted to bring you experts from around the world. But we wanted to dive in. So one of my passions is mentoring and giving back, and a lot of people call me a thought leader. And I started hearing some pretty amazing things about Natural Remedies.
Okay.
We had some discussion on the science yesterday.
Yeah.
But what is the internal culture like at Natural Remedies?
So when we talk about this internal culture, what I feel is that company is quite open for good communication among the employees, and they are also very committed for a good skill development programs. But look, ultimately, who makes the culture? It is the we people who makes the culture. So what I feel is that the Natural Remedy has gone beyond than that, and they have launched a very, very special program, and that is what we call developing a consciousness. So when I talk about the consciousness, what I mean by that, like how empathetic we are towards the others by listening it to them, and how do we are reacting it to the other people. That all makes the culture. So Natural Remedies make sure that each and every individual is having a good consciousness what they are speaking, and that makes a very good collaborative environment.
Well, and it speaks volumes also to the products that you develop.
Exactly. So what I feel it like that, look, ultimately it is to deliver the value to the end customers, right?
Yeah. Well, you talked about cultures.
Yes.
One of the biggest things, the hot word is work-life balance. I'd like to say that doesn't exist.
Okay.
But how does can you share what that looks like day to day, working in Natural Remedies for your work-life balance?
That's a very good question. I believe that since after the COVID, we are living into a new normal, right? And each and every company has come into like the new solutions, the good work, working hours, flexibility, working from the home, and a lot of other things are there. But what I feel is that what ultimately matters is that how do we are taking care of the people around us. So what the Natural Remedy has been doing it every weekly or the fortnight, they have been arranging the meetings where all together come at a one place and they can share what is going on in their environment. Because, you know, when we enter into the corporate world, it is our subconscious mind who is somewhere else. And you never know that our employee, what kind of a situation he is. So at this place, they can share their thoughts and what is going on. And the most important is that how they are dealing with the life and how can the values which we have been driving can help them to overcome all those issues.
So within this is what I thought is cool, that
Uh-huh.
you guys have practices at work that set you apart. You have like meditation and holistic support. Can you kind of go into a little bit of what that entails? Because for somebody who struggles to meditate, if I had somebody to teach me how to do that, would be great.
Okay, that's a quite interesting question. I would say that, look, Natural Remedy brought this meditation at the workplace, and they emphasized each and every employee to go and learn this technique of the meditation. The one of the meditation technique which we encourage, it is called the Vipassana, which is like in a 10 days of a course, free of cost, and it's the technique which was discovered by Buddha, and it is like 2,500 years old technique, and this has helped a lot of employees within the company that how they can deal with the situations which they have having it. So it makes their mind very cool, and they understand that the difficulties as well as the good time, they both are the part of the life. And yes, it is not easy, because when I joined it in this 10 days of an program, you have to keep your mouth 10 days closed. You cannot speak and utter a word.
10 days?
And
I could
yes,
not do it.
so slowly, what it happens that you force yourself, you sit, and all your thoughts concise, and it keeps on reducing, and it will help you. It's not on a one-day technique which you will learn it within a day, but it helps a lot. And I would encourage all my fellow Americans also to come and join this technique. It's free of charge.
10 days. Wow. Okay, I could do it for 10 seconds. How does the internal philosophy influence how you work with customers?
Look, it was 2015 when I joined the Natural Remedies, and every company has its own visions, etc., and all those things. But when I joined it, I found it out like the company says that we do have one thing special, and that is the values. And they emphasize the values very cautiously. For example, like the two values which I would like to highlight, it is winning together or being useful. So they make sure that these values are being practiced right from the top to the bottom. So for example, like we are having an excellent partner, the Barentz over here, and we never tell them that they are the distributor. They are our partners. If I really have to achieve my goal, I have to make sure that what is their success and how can I make a contribution for their success, right? So we want it to be winning together, and we'll make sure that each part of the value chain, everyone should be benefited. So this is the part of our culture, and believe me that when it comes to the customer level also, we are very useful, and we'll make sure that we are not selling anything which does not add the value to the customers. So we'll make sure that whatever the product the customers are using, it is giving the value.
Well, thank you so much. It's good to get to know the internal side of Natural Remedies beyond the great products.
Thank you, and thanks for having me over here.
Yeah.
Really appreciate that.
Well, welcome back to World Pork Expo at the Barentz booth. It's great to have the president, right? Did I get that right, John?
That is correct. So
Nice to meet you,
nice
John.
to meet you as well.
Can you give us a little bit of history about your career at Barentz and the company?
Yeah, so let's start with the company. So Barentz is actually a company that was founded in the Netherlands and has expanded globally, North America being one of those locations. Barentz is primarily a specialty chemical distributor, and so we represent the animal nutrition part of that. Barentz actually purchased two companies that made up Animal Nutrition North America, which was origination to destination in the United States. Now it goes by Barentz, and then also Distel Mineral Ingredients in Canada. So those are what make up Barentz Animal Nutrition North America. For myself, I've been with Barentz since May of 2023. And prior to that, I was with Ralco for 7 years. And previous to that, I was in the food industry. So I've always been around food from one end of the spectrum to the other. And with our business, we also focus on primarily distribution. We do in the US have a couple of proprietary products that we manufacture in our Rosemont, Minnesota facility. But we primarily are a specialty ingredient distributor for the producers across all species within livestock.
Yeah, and I'm not sure we connected at the time, but I helped refer Derry to get her role.
Oh, well, Derry actually joined Barentz about 1 month before I did.
Oh, that's
So,
right.
so
you
we
were-
both came
yeah,
in,
at
yes,
the same
about the
time.
same time, yes. So
Yeah.
that's
That's
been a great
awesome.
2 years.
So what are some of the new products coming out in the market? Obviously, we're featuring Choline Plus this year as one of the new ones. What are some of the other things behind the scenes?
Yeah, so one of the things that we're really focused on is our business historically has really been focused on macro minerals. And so we're really trying to expand that product offering to be more feed additive and specialty ingredient based. And as you mentioned, Choline Plus being one of those new products that we're really featuring here over the next couple of days at World Pork. We also have a line of yeast products that we have introduced within the last year. And we're also continuing to look at additional products to bring to the line. But again, we're very focused on really feed additives, value add products that can help the producer and their production issues. And again, Choline Plus is really a great example of the types of products that we're looking to add.
Yeah, and I mean, looking at some of these products here and using this, so when we look at monocalcium phosphate, really a dust-free, nice particle size there. The same with Actimax here, very nice granule. So you do have some really specialty products beyond, as you said, the traditional commodity type of
Yes.
macros.
So we really think it's a good blend of products because obviously the monocal and products like that, the feed salts are really kind of key components at the feed mill that are needed. So now if we can take that and start to bunch some specialty products and feed additives with that, we really become a valued supplier to the feed mill and premixers and integrators. And so we are, again, real excited. We agree with you. We really believe that the products that we carry and that we represent are of high quality. Again, you kind of pointed that out, a really low dust particle. And so getting, a real good quality product, easy to mix in the feed mill. And so again, we're proud of the line that we have, but also really looking to expand as we grow.
Yeah, see, you can tell that I worked in a feed mill because I have to look at those products because if they didn't like them, I got the phone call.
Exactly, yeah. So one of the things that I'm sure, as you talk to Mr. Ajay Kumar, he probably talked about the Choline Plus and the ease of use of that in the feed mill versus using choline chloride. So again, that is one of the things that we do take into consideration as we're looking at products as well. Not only, how is this going to work inside of the animal, but how is this going to be administered and what are the steps at the feed mill or at the integrator that we can help make it easier? Because one of the things that we always talk about at Barentz, we want to make it easy to do business with us. So if we can provide those types of products at the feed mill that make it easier to do business with, we know that people are going to say, hey, we'd like to be working with Barentz because they've got products that are easy to handle.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, John. Look forward to getting to know you better.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate it.